May we understand and be matured to be sincere, to strengthen all these 11 Vyaktitwas in us. A hard-working, a very inspired sadhaka who is a Shrota, who is a Jignasu, who is a Mumukshu, who is a Shishya, who is a Bhakta, who is a Viragi, who is a Sevaka and a Dharma Premi. So, to without missing for any reason, without misguiding, by getting misguided by the ego or any promptings, we have to be equally sincere and regular in invoking the Krupa of the Parabrahma Tattva, Krupa of Ishvara, Krupa of all Devata Gana, Krupa of Rishimuni Gurus, Guru Parampara Guru Tattva, and also the Krupa of Shruti Mata. We can invoke the blessings of Adi Parashakti Mata so that the Prakriti outer and inner is convenient for our sadhana and not inconvenient. Welcome all, salutations to you and gratitudes that because of you being regular, we are able to go through Shastras. What we are doing in our class is nothing, anything extravagant, nor any false or true promises made. We are not doing any excitements or any hallagullas. We are simply studying the Shastras. This is the only thing we are doing in our classes. Only one beauty we can talk about is if any Shastra is taken by us from the Shloka 1 up to the last Shloka, we are chanting and we are seeing the meaning of them. We are capable only of that right now. Then, while this way chanting and seeing the meaning of shlokas, thereby meaning of that particular topic or subject or sarga, we are given full freedom. Both speak here, somebody as a speaker, somebody there as listener. It is our freedom that how much we are grasping, how much we are doing vicharana on that, how much we are getting the conviction about it, how much sadhana we are doing. Nobody can rub it on us, but anybody, everyone can uh, do for themselves what is duly required. A suggestion and request can be made that do not make this opportunity miss. Make maximum use of this opportunity, these blessings. Only that much can be assured. Other than that, can be advised. Other than that, it is our choice. But the beauty I said is what? Big, big shastras we are taking, going through. And in our opinion, opening shastra and going through every of the shloka itself is greatest blessing also, a greatest sadhana also, greatest offering also. Sadhana because we need to have immense patience to be there every day, chant along and listen to the meaning. Know how much of the great tapasya it is. So that we are achieving. Then there's a great contentment that such big, big books we have browsed through in our life. See, without chanting any sarga, the sarga number 16, Rama talks about the Chitta Dauratmya. So these are the few slokas example he gives. That way also I can explain. Thus every day 6655 sargas summary can be told. Some people are capable of doing that. I am not. For me, unless I go through the shloka and see the meaning, there is no satisfaction or contentment. Maha tapasya it way, Maha difficult also it is. And to the listeners also, who are very selected few, lucky by God's grace, by destiny, by choice, that there is a joy that in this human life, although many other things we have achieved, lot of the contributions we might have done to society, Artha Kama fulfillment, Dharma Seva we might have done. But along with the Moksha Shastra Dhenams also we have done is a very great carry home point. When we leave this body, all this will be accounted, all this will be seen. And it's a very big plus point. Like, students के लिए when they have to get seat in higher schools or even naukri mein, along with all their academics, the sports quota or some extracurricular activity quota or NCC tha, he was up to the JUO, junior under officer, or NSS, he really 4 years, did very great. Then certificate. So too, our Papa Punya anyway, decide our destiny, future, but the Lord will see this thing. Are even in Kali Yuga, amidst so much of material things, so many varieties, so many, with so many of ambitions, restlessnesses of the world, immaturities of fighting with everyone, quarreling with everyone, with such a very immature minds in Kali Yuga. This person has done the study of Shastra. Chalo, it is noticeable. Chalo, unko hai higher yoni sharir de do. May be born in that great Brahmana family. Maybe we have all samskaras right from beginning to do the अध्यात्मिकता को अड़ा मिल जाएगा हमको. मैं तो उसी आशा से ये कर रहा हूँ. Already we are blessed much more, wherein that one life should be our final to know the truth. If Lord is not kind enough to bless us in this very life, if we don't deserve. So anyway, the great job of studying the big Shastra, Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayam, we have undertaken, needing tremendous amount of patience. For the content, less stories are there, more and more, what do you say, the deep thoughts are there. Every shloka gives some example, simile, comparison, and some thought to be carried. So हर क्षण हमको दिमाग लड़ाते ही रहना पड़ेगा सीखने को. What a very good exercise it is, I believe. Our intellects will become sharp to think, contemplate, as well as to understand. The main purpose here of Sri Rama's topic of description in this Vairagya Prakaranam is, as the name suggests, it is guiding us as to how to think or contemplate, so that the truth of this world, that it is not a true, the truth of this world, that it is not the giver of happiness, the truth of this world, that it is the one which is binding us, is clearly understood by us, so that we have sufficient vairagya from this world in the heart. Thus, we become qualified for the Atma Chintana, the Tattva Chintana, the Brahma Chintana, in which we discover the truth, and there we are liberated. Not as easy as it is said, but we are on the path. So, with full gratitudes to Bhagwan Rama and Vaashishtha and Vishwamitra ji for their samvada, with full gratitudes to Valmiki ji for composing it and giving us, with full gratitude, salutations to all those great Mahanubhavas whose names are never in the history, who have maintained and protected this Shastra from that time till now intact, where there are no machines, no printing material or printing processes, etc. 32,000 shlokas, 1 lakh of महाभारत इत्यादि. कौन महानुभाव थे जो उनको बचाते बचाते यहाँ तक लाए. Now we are printing, we can save it in all this and that. It's good. But then कैसे उन लोगों ने, how did they might have done? If not, they are chosen by the God or Lord only in that form, it would have not. Not only the Yoga Vasishthas, Mahabharatas, but the Puranas, the entire Veda. Although hundreds and thousands of shakas are looked, but whatever are available, the credit goes to who maintained the continuity and brought it to us. With our gratitude, salutations to them, with our commitment to study this Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana, let us today conclude the 16th Sarga, then take up the 17th chanting. If time permits, we will see some shlokas also. 16th talks about Chitta Dauratmyam. Similar is the 17th Sarga, where Chinta, Kamana and Trishna, they are taken up for analysis. Almost above 50 shlokas, so many examples Rama gives. Let us have deep patience, deep attentiveness, deep application to go through every mantra and grasp the essence. May God bless us. Start with our everyday Parayana and Sankalpa for 5 minutes. ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ओम आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदाम् लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कविता वनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं कोनयादिवराङ्गतिम् ॐ यद्वाक्यामृतपायिनां प्रतिपदं सत्यं सुधा नीरसा यद्वाक्यार्थविचारणादभिमतः स्वर्गोऽपि कारागृहं यद्वाणी विशदात्मपूर्णमनसां तुच्छं जगत्तूलवत् तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे यस्यार्षं प्रतिता जगत्त्रयहिता सा वेदमाता परा यश्चक्रे तपसा वशे सुरगणान् अन्यत् सिसृक्षुर्जगत् तं बोधाम्बुनिधिं तपस्वि मुकुटालङ्कार चिन्तामणिं विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं श्रुत्या ब्रह्मैव रामः प्रकटितमहिमा येन तस्मै वसिष्ठः यः सीतां ब्रह्मविद्यामिव सदसि पुनः सत्यशुद्धां किलादात् यद्वाणी मोहमूलं शमयति जगत् आनन्दसन्दोहदोग्ध्री तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नता स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृत जलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यातिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधि साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वामदेव भरद्वाज वेद व्यासादि समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य आचार्येभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोदस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शन अनुग्रह अनुभूतिप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरुशिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपराणां भक्ति योग वेदांत ज्ञानादि मोक्ष मार्गाणां प्रक्रियाणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति शांति कल्याण एकता पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये कंकणबद्धनिष्ठित अस्माकं सह सर्वेषाम् आचार्याणां गुरूणां श्रेयविलासिनां महानुभावानां संस्थानामाश्रमाणां शिष्याणां सेवकवक्ता साधकानां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति द्वारा बाह्यभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अयोध्यादिनगरेषु श्रीराममन्दिर सह अनेक दिव्यमन्दिराणां दिव्यकार्यक्रमाणाम् अवाप्त्यर्थं राममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिराणां पूर्ण अवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तर उपासना यज्ञपूजादीनां द्वारा शास्त्राध्ययनद्वारा समस्ते विश्वे धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थ प्रचार द्वारा विश्वशान्त्यर्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। अथ श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम् प्रथम प्रकरणं वैराग्य प्रकरणं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे अबहिरन्तस्य मे विभुः यो विभाति अवभासात्म तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। Friends, these first four mantras are complete essence of Vedanta. Like we have the Chatushloki Bhagavatam, these Chatushloki Tattva Jnanam only. So remember them, write on a paper, stick somewhere, keep going through them, little of contemplation. As we saw in our today Upanishad morning class introduction, these small things frequently done is the one which qualifies us for the higher sadhanas, which gives us the purification, confidence, etc. The required spiritual abilities come to us. Now we are into the 16th Sarga Yoga system. Nirvana Prakaranam. So Chitta Dauratmya Prasanga. So let us do this shloka. Narayana. Narayana Hari. Yesterday we are seeing mantra up to 23 we have seen. 22 I am going through again. Chetah patati karyeshu vihagah swa amisheshu iva kshanena viratim yati balaha kridana kadiva. So Rama is putting in front the situation of the mana, chitta, antakarana, how fickle it is, how chanchala it is, because of which we are not able to achieve something great or substantial. So chetaha karyeshu padati. The chitta always falling for the karya, the shabda sparsha prasangandadi vishaya bhogas vihagaha swa amisheshu iva. Like the word falling on the dead flesh, kalevara, etc. So, John Bujkar, this example is given. I tell you, and excuse me for my inability, incapability to lift your understanding through the example itself to the highest level. No example taken by Rama or later on by Vasishtha ji is a casual example. Every example is of highest meaning there. We are not at all seeing that topic. That is, you are unfortunate listening from me, but I will also learn slowly. If not this life after 10, there we will be able to meet again to study in a different mode these Shastras. It's only like children, we are playing this play of studying Shastra. More purity, more sadhana, more anumuti is done, then the quality of that will be higher, greater. So here, the Vihaga and Kadevara. See the beauty of example. In the place of Vihaga, the word is Vi. So to say, like the word soars high, has the capacity of the wings to fly higher and higher. You and I, as a human being, have the great capacities to fly high in our evolution, spiritual. And where that bird is falling to from that great heights unto the amisha. Swa amisha means its own prey of some dead flesh. That is its food. So, particularly, but in our life, all these karya called as Vishayas are compared by Rama like the dead flesh, etc., as abominable as they are. So to say, just like the dead Kalevara is a Tamo Guna, all the Vishayas, Dravyas, when we indulge in them, we also become Tamoguni. Then we lose the capacity to fly high in our spiritual evolution. That example. Chetah padati karyeshu vihagaha sa amisheshu iva. See that example also, perfect one. We as a sadhaka, as a bird, have to fly. No, it is not just like that. The bird example is given by Rama casually. Isn't it? He is already returned from Gurukula. In the Gurukula, सारे उपनिषद पढ़ाए होंगे. So we have two Upanishads famous. One is Mundaka, in which the Jiva Pakshi, the Ishvara Pakshi, both are explained. Dva Savarna Sayuja Sakhaya Samanam Ruksham Parishasva Jate Tayoho Anyaha Vipalam Swadvati Anashnan Anyo Amichakashit. And the other Upanishad, Taittiriya, the Upanishad name itself is from Titri birds, Pakshis. And in that, while explaining the Panchakosha Viveka, every thing, every of the kosha is explained as the Panchi only. And tasya shraddhaiva shiraha rutan dakshina pakshaha satyamuttara pakshaha yoga atma maha bucham pradishta. It is a Vijnanamaya Pakshi. Annamaya, Pranamaya, compared with Pakshis only. And we as a sadhakas always are given that example of the bird like flying high. In one parlance, the beak head of the bird is compared with jnana, through two wings are with bhakti and yoga, then the spoonch, the tail is with the karma yoga they compare. Sometimes they mix it, change it. But anyway, we are all pakshis. We have to fly high to reach to the Mukti Saudha, the highest building of moksha. Today I was observing the birds. Why these pigeons never be on the trees? ये मॉडर्न है क्या ये पिजन? पुराने जमाने कभी उनको पेड़ों पे नहीं देखते हम, ये कबूतरों को वो घरों में झालों में इसी जगह पे दिखते हैं. आई डिडंट नो, मे बी देयर आर, बट जनरली दे आर ऐसी हंड्रेड्स ऑफ वो बस वो देर उनको छत पे रहेंगे वो. In that ventilators they will be there. They are not seen on the trees. I think they have become modern. Oh, आदमी थोड़ी हूँ मैं पेड़ पे चढ़ने को, बंदर थोड़ी हूँ. I will not. Maybe they be thinking. In any case, like the bird. So cheta patati karyeshu vihagaha swa amisheshu iva. Then another example, kshenena virati myati. Are such a sublime state of contemplation or decision of being with the God or doing Guru Seva or studying Shastras or from the highest thought of contemplation, he just falls into the Vishayas, giving up such a sublime theme, just like that. Like an example of Balaha Kridana Kadiva. Just like the children, the moment see the Kridanaka, the sports things, how they give up any of the important things, the study हो जो भी हो, हम भी ऐसे चित्त रखते हैं. क्षणेन विरति में आते. Here virati is not the positive vairagya. Here virati is gives up the rati or the joy of spiritual life. Here kshanena virati has so many things. कि they pray to the Lord for something to happen. It didn't happen. Then they say अब हम भगवान का स्मरण नहीं करते. कोई पैसे का नुकसान हुआ, what is there? If the God is there, he should have saved me. Health खराब हुआ, he has not taken care of me. Somebody near and dear hospitalized, you prayed, but now he died. Never go. What is the use of that God who never made alive my this or that relation? So viratam याद. There's so many मूर्ख बेवकूफ in this world. है ही इतना सा alkasa astikata. That also they lose because of this. That is why the need of studying Shastras and knowing the life in its entirety, in which the Jiva Bhava, the Panchakoshas, the Tadatmyas, the Karmas, the Karma Vasana, the Runabandhas, the Prarabdhas, if we don't understand all of them, then we will never be able to understand the God and His grace. We will only become Nastika more and more. इसलिए if somebody is Sanatana Dharmi, only when he studies Shastras and becomes Astika in true sense permanently, in which we see God's grace only in good or bad everywhere. And all of that we use for evolution, and that evolution is towards the Chaturtha Moksha Purushartha only, nowhere else. If these are all not there, Balaha Kridanakat, like seeing the Kridanaka, the Bala gives of his work, so to my Chitta, just Viratim Yati. No, this is the thought which we think is applicable in the modern world of Kali Yuga, but Rama is telling it at that Treta Yuga itself. Isn't it? Like Viratim Yati means the moment we are in front of a TV, engrossed in that cinema so much that we forget that we are in a study of Shastra in which the Jagrat Jagat itself is discussed to be unreal and mithya. That whole knowledge we forget and we take cinema serial real and we stuck to that. That is the meaning of Viratim Yati is the sublime knowledge of वेदांत हो या उपासना भक्ति हो ऐसे क्षण में छोड़ देते हैं अपन ये डिसीज कलयुग में ही है हमने सोचा it is a disease of the chitta. As long as chitta is there, whichever the yuga, this will be there. Best example that of Kaikeyi. How much prema she has for Rama. But that stupid Mandara, 10 मिनट उसने बहका दिया, उकसा दिया, बस विरति में आती. She just gave up her prema for Rama and Dasharatha. She knows if Rama goes to jungle, Dasharatha cannot be alive. She said, कोई गल नहीं, मेरे पुत्र को राज्य चाहिए and Rama should not be here, otherwise he will be an obstruction. Send him away. Oh. Same with Sita ji also. Kshanena virati miyate. Only Kshana means little time. She has seen that golden deer. Then Rama also saw, she said, मुझे वो चाहिए. Rama said, no, not required, it doesn't look to me real. Lakshmana being a Vairagi, Pakka Antakarana Shuddhi, he has seen Maricha in him, undoubtedly. He says also a Maricha Rakshasa. But Cheta Virati Miyati. No, you go and get. And she sends even Lakshmana. अब देखो नुकसान कितना हुआ. The problem in our चित्ता is from the बुरे आदतें वो छुटकारा तो पाता ही नहीं जिंदगी में. But from the good things, our Guru Bhakti, Guru Nishtha, Guru Shraddha, Shastra Dhenam, Bhagavad Upasana, Japa, Astikata, good values, टक्क एक क्षण में हम छोड़ देते हैं बस. Like a new year comes or anything, we make so many resolutions. Maximum 2 days we follow. After that, gone. कोई लोग तो कहते हैं स्वामी जी मैं हर बार एक ही रेजोल्यूशन लेता हूँ. What is that? Don't take any resolution. न बजेगी बांसुरी. Understood no? How many meanings are there? Kshanena viratim yati बालः क्रीडनादिकादिव. So that means विषयासक्ति तो फटाक से होता है और भगवान को छोड़ना भी फटाक से होता है और विषय से भगवान में आना मुश्किल होता है. Two examples, two thoughts. This is a disease of the chitta, diagnosed. Diagnosis is of solution. Then be careful then. Develop Viveka Vairagya and don't allow it to go to the Karya Jagat. So too by remembering the blessings and opportunity that is given to us of spiritual sadhana, let us not have virati for it. How much or tough it may be, difficult it may be. Like you and I are the best example of this. Kshanena virati miyate. Any day we have a chance to stop the study of the Shastras. Because the subject is already discussed in other Upanishads. We can have a lot of excuses, alternatives, like others have. आई कैन ऑल्सो एवर बहुत थक गए आप लोग इतने दिन से आ रहे चलो आपके शांति सुख के लिए आई एम स्टॉपिंग द क्लासेस आई कैन से इट or I can say I'm also tired now. I am not the same as I was 4 5 years back. Every day people become old. I also throat is not cooperating, mind is not cooperating. So many other things. So let us stop. You will also be happy, celebrated. But that is not the greatness in life. No. Let any of these minds excuses come, difficulties come. If some good goal is selected, means is followed, we should not give it up. For us in this life, Shastra Dhenam, till we become thorough in Sadhya Sadhana Nishtha. And in between time, what we studied here, we try to do sadhana. We are not forgetting this or we are not lost in the world. ये थोड़ा ध्यान देना. सुबह में इसका बात हुआ था कि छोटे छोटे चीजें साधना के करते जाना. 5 मिनट पारायणम, 10 मिनट स्वाध्याय, 5 मिनट प्रार्थना, 10 मिनट ध्यानम, 2 मिनट भगवान का नाम, ऐसे थ्रू आउट द डे एंगेज. This is the meaning of this shloka. Then next one is mind is compared with Abdhi the Samudra. He says Jada Prakrutihi Alolaha Vitata Avarta Vrittiman Manaha Abdi Ayita Vyalaha Duram Nayati Tatamam. Oh Lord, this Chitta is taking me far away from the self into the not self. It is Jada Prakriti. It is made from the Prakriti, it is Jada only. First reason. Second, Alolaha, so turbulent, restless it is. Vitata Avarta Vrittiman. Vitata means Vistruta. Vistruti means expanded one Avarta, one big Avarta, or one Avarta to the other. Many, many. है कि नहीं? लाइक जंगल घना है. ऐसा क्या हुआ भाई होलसेल में जंगल घना बट इन दैट द ब्रांच ऑफ मतलब ग्रुप ऑफ ट्रीज कुछ जगह तक ये पेड़ है कुछ दूसरे हैं इन द सेम वे वितता आवर्त वृत्तिमान द वृत्तिस इन द चित्त आर लाइक द टर्बुलेंट आवर्तास द आवर्ता इज द whirlpools. To come out of one itself is difficult. You imagine that we have come out of that bondage, another just pulls us into it. Look into our own life. How many avartas we crossed only to enter into the next avarta? That avarta can be of the people. है ना एक उम्र में खिलौने के आवर्तों में गिरते हैं एक उम्र में भोग वस्तुओं के आवर्तन हो तो ओल्ड एज में होता है एक उम्र में दूसरे लोगों के आवर्तन में गिरते हैं एक उम्र में पैसे कमाने में अनदर उम्र नेम एंड फेम दिस आर ऑल आवर्ता ओनली मीन्स वृत्तिस चक्कर उसी में गए हम बस those 5 6 years gone for that. See how much और may claim नहीं स्वामी मैंने मेहनत करके इतना बड़ा ये मेरा बिजनेस का साम्राज्य एस्टेब्लिश किया तो स्वामी को तो आप ये बोलकर उनको तो कन्विंस नहीं कर सकते उनको एक ही क्वेश्चन होगा बट स्पिरिचुअली कुछ किया क्या नहीं कर रहा क्योंकि व्हाट इज यूज ऑफ ऑल द टेम्पररी थिंग gained isn't it that was the kallola that is avarta vitata avarta vrittiman सत्य है कि नहीं छोड़ते ही नहीं हम एक के बाद एक आवर्त खुद ही बनाते रहते हैं इट इज ओनली आवर रेगुलर स्टडी ऑफ शास्त्र वो थोड़ा तो लगाम लगाता है यानी if this is not there you can see your other members of family unless they have brought their own great samskaras and are able to maintain their sadhana and all नहीं तो फंसे ही है कोई ना कोई भोग विषय में ना कोई उम्र का उसका कैलकुलेशन ही नहीं है they may not be having very bad other etc but lost in anything other than spirituality is getting lost only that we can't tell them we are discussing for our protection ये हो गया about another thing. Next one is the mano of the ahita vyalaha. It is filled with so many serpents of kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. And any of those thoughts come, that gives a misery. That misery is like the dasna of the samp. That is why they are compared with the vyala, the snakes. Krodha aate hi. Who is bitten? Me only. Kam aate hi. Who is disturbed? Me only. Lobha aate hi. Who is disturbed? Me only. Therefore, these are all bitings by the snakes. Therefore, these six enemies are like vyala, ahita vyala. अहित करने वाले व्याल दूरम नयति तातमाम it is taking me away from my own essential nature or peace etc. Okay, this was a very powerful shloka. Now this 24th was the one which we quote apyabdhipanan mahatah sumerun moolanadabi api vahni ashanat sadho vishamah chitta nigrahah. Everywhere it is said and it is agreed. Chitta Nigraha is Vishamaha. Visham is it's impossible, next to impossible. So difficult. Because it is made by the Trigunatmika Prakriti. That Trigunatmika Prakriti is so powerful and so chanchal. You try to catch one, the other one, वो हमको फुसलाता फसाता ही रहता है. There were three examples are given. And by listening to this, we should not get a negative understanding and feel satisfied. What is the negative understanding and satisfaction? It is कि हाँ therefore चित्त को कंट्रोल करना मुश्किल है. Therefore thank God मेरा चित्त कंट्रोल नहीं है. Never mind, it is like that. So I will not do anything. Because it is impossible and difficult. शास्त्र नहीं कहा. इसका अर्थ ये नहीं कि ये कष्ट है therefore ये नेचुरल है छोड़ो. इसका अर्थ यह है कि देवर उतना कष्ट उठाओ टू डू द चित्त निग्रह. नॉट दैट यू जस्ट जस्टिफाई इट. या कृष्ण को अर्जुन ने कहा गीता में, कृष्ण आल्सो अग्रीड बाय सेइंग असंशयम महाबाहो मनो दुर्निग्रहम चलम. इवन रामा आल्सो सेइंग, अरे रामा और कृष्ण अवतार है. इफ दे देमसेल्व्स से दैट चित्त निग्रह इज डिफिकल्ट टू, देन व्हाट एम मैं किस खेत का गाजर मूली हूँ? तो वैसे भी नहीं होगा, तो नहीं करूंगा मैं. Now, this is a negative understanding. For that purpose, it is not said. It is said it is so difficult, therefore, keep on doing. Everywhere it will be told difficult, but never told impossible. There's difference between these two. Na? To work for it that much. If any job is very difficult, what it means is wholeheartedly, single pointedly, pour out all your time efforts only for एकता अनन्यता से उस काम को करने के लिए बताते हैं डिफिकल्ट है. Then it starts becoming easier as the time passes when we do regularly. Isn't it? Like for us also, Shastra Adhyanam daily and not easy to listen, difficult. करके छोड़ दिया तो then छूट ही जाएगा ना. नहीं करो तो ही नहीं पाए. आप देखो how much satisfaction we have, so many things we studied. Even here also 16 chapters we have done almost like Bhagavad Gita which has 18 chapters. Isn't it? बढ़िया सा है चला अध्ययन. 44 days today. 22 से. So what are the three examples given to say Chitta Nigraha is very very tough? One, Abdipanat Mahataha. More difficult than drinking the oceanic water pura. You may drink the whole ocean water but you can't do the Nigraha of the Chitta. Abdipanat Mahataha Chitta Nigraha Vishamaha. You have to add like that. Second, Sumeru Unmulanatapi Vishamaha Chitta Nigraha. You may ukhado from the roots the entire Sumeru Parvat. Huge, strong mountain. But you can't do the Chitta Nigraha. Third, Abhivahni Ashanat. You may consume the whole fire of a forest or big one. Your Vahni can be even volcano or anything. See that volcano also, Vahni, from that word only. You may drink the whole. Eat whole the fire. Vahni Ashanat. देखो दिस वाहनी आसना क्या है. इवन द चाय कॉफी थोड़ा ज्यादा गर्म है, इतना जिम जल जाता है. ये तो अनुभव सबको होगा. एक दाल सब्जी थोड़ी सी गर्म वाली या सूप रसम, और द टंग बेचारा, इट इज सच ए काइंड फेलो that by that heat it gets burnt, throws the thing out, but protects the entire inner body. अब imagine करो with that hot tea or coffee or such a one consumed only, पूरा गला जल जाएगा, छाती जल जाएगी, पेट के सारे जल जाएंगे और जीवन ही नहीं होगा. दैट इज मीनिंग ऑफ वाहनी आशनाथ. बट यू मे डू इट, यू कैन ड्रिंक. अग्नि को भी पीकर हजम कर सकते होंगे आप. चित्त निग्रह इज विषमः. दैट्स व्हाट श्री राम जी सेज. And Vasishji has to agree, yeah. And particularly because we have never tried. अभी इसको हम टच कर रहे हैं चित्त नाम चीज को, अभी उसके इम्पोर्टेंस को जान रहे हैं, उसको कंट्रोल करने का. है ना. बड़ा जंगल है, पहाड़ चट्टान है ना. उसमें रेल का ट्रैक बनाना है, अभी अभी सोच रहे हो आप, तो इट इज इम्पॉसिबल ओनली इन दैट जम्मू एंड कश्मीर. वहाँ पुटिंग द ट्रेन रूट एंड ऑल, इट इज विषमा. करते गए करते गए करते गए हुआ, बट शुरू में विषम. And in case of Chitta, the problem is not like to lay the road or railway track, the forest is removed or mountains are removed, once for all हो गया. ऐसा नहीं होता चित्त का. चित्त क्या है ना, तिल परमात्मा अनुभूति is gained any time. It can pull us down, as it was said earlier, Shenena Viratim Yati. Today I was watching 8 most toughest stairs in the whole world. सीढ़ियाँ एक एक देश के बता रहे, इंडिया के एक दो बता रहे. मेरे को पसीना आ गया उसको देखकर कि कितने टफ है वो. इन अदर कंट्री दे पुट सम चेन एज सपोर्ट, ह्यूज वन, 2000 3000 सीढ़ियाँ, 4000 सीढ़ी. वो लगातार वाटर इज फॉलिंग, इतना फिसलन है वो जगह. इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट. दोज whose feet are small and very slippery ना, एक कदम नहीं लगा सकते. वेरी टफ इट इज. People are there whose feet are like hathi or won't, they can put it and move. There are some very fizzle. Little water is there, fizzle. I know that. When I was watching it, it is so dangerous. It ऐसा है वो सीढ़ियों. And fallen 2000 feet below or more than that, valley में गए खत्म. Very dangerous. Chitta also like that. Any height you can take it. थोड़ा सा inadvertent, it will fall. We have to accept it and be उतना care रखना है फिर. Now we understand how we can't take chitta for granted. Always put it in the company of satsanga. That's it. Ruthlessly reject anything, everything which spoils, impurifies chitta, takes it away from Paramatma. ठीक है. अभी अब्धिपानान् महतः सुमेरुन्मूलनादपि अपि वह्नि अशनात् साधो विषमः चित्त निग्रह. ये साधु महाराज, ये गुरु विश्वामित्र जी, चित्त निग्रह इज विषम. राम मनुष्य के रूप में आए ना, तो हमको दिखा रहे. दैट इज वाई द ऋषि मुनि गुरु नो इट भगवान. इसलिए वो भक्तों को, शिष्यों को क्षमा करते रहते हैं. दे डोंट सी दैट पार्ट. दे सी हाउ मच सिंसियर ही इज इन spirituality, how much true he is in. If he is being encouraged in that, he himself will find the way to do the chitta nigraha, slowly, steadily. आप इनका चित्त निग्रह नहीं है करके, इफ यू गिव हिम अप और डोंट encourage him or guide, then वो तो फंसा ही रहेगा बेचारा. Gurus know it. That is why they are kind compassion, because they also have gone through that. Like I know how difficult it is regularly to come to class. Very difficult. Therefore I understand you. And greater you are more than being in the world with so many obligations and all. Still you manage, matlab, you deserve namaskar every day. Devi और सज्जनों. Isn't it? Chitta Nigraha Vishama. Okay. Now these 2-3 shlokas are good ones, the last ones. First one, that is 25. Ki Chittam Karanamarthanam Tasmin Sati Jagatrayam Tasmin Kshine Jagat Kshinam Tachikitsyam Prayatnatah. A very substantial shloka. Important. Substance is very important. कहते हैं चित्तम कारणम अर्थानाम. For all the shabda sparsha rupa rasa gandhadi artha or vishayas, vishaya bhoga etc., the karanam is chitta. From Vedanta Drishti, this we have anyway thoroughly studied in our Aitareya Upanishad, where we have seen, and in the question of which is the Atma with which we have to identify. When that modern Adhunatana Jignasu Sadhakas Viragins had a meeting, in the discussion we saw the Vishayas, then Antakarana, then the Atma Chaitanya. Finally, Atma Chaitanya, Chaitanya Atma is the one with which we have to identify Prajnanam Brahma. But before that, we were very clearly understanding it is Antakarana only become the Indriya. That Indriya perceives the outer world of objects. Isn't it? Same here he says, Chittam Karanam Arthana. The whole arthas, they are created, they are brought in our proximity, and we indulge in them, and we get lost in them. All of that is because of Chitta. Chittam Karanam Arthana. One point. Same thing little extended at the total level. Tasmin Sati Jagatrayam. When the Chitta is there, as long as Chitta is there, all these three worlds are there. Three worlds at the Bhautika level, the Bhuloka, Antariksha Loka, Swarga Loka. Adhyatmika mein, the three worlds are the Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti. In Nidra also is a Vritti only, no? Pramana, Vikalpa, Viparya, Nidra, Smutayaha, Panchavrittayaha. So, Nidra also Vritti according to Yoga. Vritti is Chitta only. So therefore, Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti, three lokas are because of Chitta only. And the outer three worlds are because of Chitta only. In those three worlds, all objects are because of Chitta and their attraction and their likes, dislikes for it and involving in it and taking that alone and real, falling into that. Sara Chitta ke wajah se hota. Therefore, what is the thought? Tasmin kshine Jagat Kshinam. When the Chitta becomes Kshina, the whole three worlds here and there, they become Kshina. You know how close this is, the Yoga Darshanam which we are studying. Tasmin Kshine Jagat Kshinam. Therefore, क्या करना है? तत् चिकित्स्यम प्रयत्नतः. With all efforts, we have to do the chikitsa, the treatment to the Chitta. What is the treatment? Kshin karate jao. And how to do? The whole Pustaka Yoga Vaashishtha will teach that only in the future chapters by the Guru. By identifying the Chaitanya Atma or by remaining as the each Sakshi to the Chitta and its Vrittis, we can make it Kshina. So by Viveka Vairagya, when we keep away the objects, then there is no food for the Chitta. In all these ways, the Chitta ka Kshaya humko karna. This Yoga Vaashishtha talks these three things: Vasana Kshaya, Mano Nasha, Atma Anubhuti. Here Mano Nasha, Chitta Nasha. Guru Maharaj, when he will tell all of that. एक पूरा चैप्टर आएगा वासनाओं का मेरे ख्याल में. Next one will be about Trishna. Then next one maybe I have not seen it. मैं तो आपके साथ ही पढ़ रहा हूँ. So तस्मिन् क्षीणे जगत क्षीणम. Therefore, tat chikitsyam prayatnataha. All efforts we have to do the chikitsa to this chitta. Chittam karanam arthanam. Tasmin sati jagattrayam. Tasmin kshine jagat kshidam. Tat chikitsyam prayatnataha. What is difficult in this shloka? Not in sadhana. Sadhana thought very difficult. But the meaning of the shloka. Chitta. Chitta in its Vyuthana avastha is Jagra Sapna. In its Laya avastha it is in Nidra. In its Nirodha avastha it's in Samadhi. But still the Samadhi से फिर से व्युत्थान आ जाते हैं. Again the world is projected. Samadhis are two types. One is samskaras are there still with the willpower and with abhyasa. We have achieved Samadhi. But that Samadhi only as long as willpower is there we put effort. After that it goes away. But with the chitta samskar nikal dete hain pura, that's called vritti nirodha, then it is nirbija, sahaja, always samadhi. Upadhis will be there, functioning will be there, but not samsara. Yoga darshan में हम पढ़ रहे हैं ना. We are talking about chikitsyam prayatnatah. So all shastras, all sadhana margas are the chikitsa treatment only on the chitta. That's what we saw 4 days back. This adhyatmika sadhana is the in Gita, so 10 places it comes. Atmanyeva Atmana Tushtaha, Atmanam Atmana, Vagara Vagara. You know, Samstabhyatmanam Atmana, Jahishatru Mahabaho, Kamarupam Durasadam in 3rd chapter, last sloka. So, Vedanta or spiritualities, we operate with our chitta on our own chitta for its purification, single pointedness, haha, sukshmata, and applying it toward the truth, in the effort of which the chitta alone is dissolved, chit is experienced. To the chitta, by the chitta, on the chitta, for the purification of chitta, finally annihilating or transcending the chitta to see the chit. ये बात जितने बार सुन समझे उतना अच्छा है. Like democracy, to the people, by the people, for the people, on the people, above the people, whatever they say. This is also by the chitta, on the chitta, for the purification, single pointedness, and focusing on self in the achievement of which chitta is dissolved or transcended or totally eliminated. Chitta is a Maya. Remember, mind is Maya at play. When the Maya or Chitta transcended, all interactions, transactions will be there. But the Anubhuti is not like the Chitta and Chitta Vrittis. The Anubhuti is everything Shuddha Chaitanya Paramatma. This topic at least 3 times we discussed in last 3 years. Like a Jnani, Atmanubhuta, if it is a door or table or wall, he sees them but as the Atma only, Chaitanya only. Prahlada was in that stage. That's why from that Khamba, Lord Nrsimha came. For us, what happens is, from in the ignorance of that Atma Vastu, that ignorance called as Maya, Chitta comes into manifestation. That Chitta shows the Paramatma only through the medium in the form of the world as if it is other than Paramatma. चित्त क्या है? परमात्मा को वृत्तियों के द्वारा जगत के रूप में दिखाते हुए परमात्मा को छुपाती है. That is called चित्त. When the चित्त is not there, वृत्तिज are not there, वृत्तियों के कारण परमात्मा से अलग के रूप में दिखने वाला रूप नामात्मक जगत नहीं रहेगा. रूप नाम रहेगा, not as a जगत other than भगवान. भगवान only in that form. So I see the gold as gold, I will see ornaments also as gold. I don't see ornaments as other than the gold. Chitta makes gold appear as ornaments and makes the ornaments taken as real forgotten the gold. Then इसलिए example दिया. If you remember in our morning class, I don't know in Shvetashvatara Upanishad or Mandukya. Then that snake rope never disappeared. It is there. Rope never became something else. It is always as a rope. Snake never came from anywhere. Snake was never there. How much ever discuss it? Then where was the snake on the rope? In our own chitta. So too, Brahman never ceased to exist. He never got modified into anything. And never a Rupanama Jagat, which is in the place of that snake, came or appeared or there. Then who is creating that Jagat? Who is creating that snake? My own chitta, no? Same way, who is seeing the Jagat in Paramatma is our own chitta. That is why he says, Tasmin Kshine Jagat Kshinam. All in the mind. Transcend the mind. Everything is Bhagwan. This underline this word Tasmin Kshine Jagat Kshinam because Tasmin Sati Jagat When Chitta is there, three worlds with all their multiplicities and very many. When Chitta gone, they are not there. Example is Nidra. When Chitta gone into Laya Avastha, where are the worlds? But it has got Samskar and Bija next day to again appear. But through the sadhana, when along with the Samskara Vasana, Chitta ka hi Laya ho gaya mano, then everything is Paramatma only. Tasmin sati jagatrayam, tasmin kshine jagat kshinam, tat chikitsyam prayatnata. Therefore, with all effort, chitta ka chikitsa karo. Spirituality means chitta chikitsa. Done. Two more slokas we have now. Chittadimani sukha dukkha shathani noonam abhyagatani agavaradiva kananani tasmin vivekavashatah tanutam prayate manye mune nipunameva galantitani. Very powerful sloka. Easy to understand. He says chittat. Chitta ke karana, chitta se hi, from the chitta only. Imani, all these. Which are they? Sukha dukkha shathani noonam abhyagatani. Hundreds and thousands of the pairs of sukha dukkha, sukha dukkha lava, nijaya paraja. All these dvandvas have come from the chitta only. Example is agavarad eva kanna. Like from the huge mountains, the continuous flow of waters creates the forests. है ना, माउंटेन से फॉरेस्ट आते हैं, माउंटेन्स के बीच में फॉरेस्ट, माउंटेन के वाटर. Nobody dares to go to the mountain heights to disturb the trees, etc. Therefore, the thick jungles are there in the mountainous area. We human beings go and cut that burkata is to not be considered here. Generally, naturally, because the mountainous range, from there the glaciers, the waters, lot of forests are made. So from the Agavara, the Vanani made. So too, from the Chitta, Sukha Dukkha Shatani made. So Chittad Imani Sukha Dukkha Shatani Nunam Abhyagatani, they have come. Agavara Divakananani is an example. From the mountains, the forests. Then sadhana. Tasmin viveka vashatah tanutam prayate. Tasmin tanutam prayate. That when the chitta is made tanuta, chitta tanukaranam, that will be the big subject in the Sapta Bhumika. 7 steps of chitta nirodha will be talked in Yoga Vaashishtha. In that tanukaranam is 3rd or 4th step. I don't remember them now. Vairagya Nirvana में कहीं होंगे वो. Last one is Turyaga. Before that is Padartha Bhavani. Before that Asamsaktita. Then 3rd or 2nd is Tanukarana. Vicharana, Tanumanasa, Asamsakti, Padartha Bhavani, Turyaga. For 2 more. 7 steps for the realization are spoken in this Shastra later on. One of them is Tanukarana. है ना. चित्त तनुकरणम is very famous for us in yoga darshanam. वही तो हम कर रहे. Thinning of the chitta. The sadhana pad mein the second third sutra talked about that only. Tapasvadhyaya ishvara pranidhanani kriya yoga. Why that kriya yoga? Tapasvadhyaya ishvara pranidhana to be done. What is said in the next sutra? Samadhi bhavanataha klesha tanukaranartascha. After that only, what are the five kleshas? Their definitions are given. Klesha tanukarana. Kleshas are in the chitta only. Tanoti. Tanukaranam. Tanuka, tanoti ka artha spreading also. Tanukaranam is thinning, thinning. The thinning English word it took from Tanukaranam only. Therefore, here Rama is hinting ki viveka vashataha. Through the regular viveka, obviously born out of it is the Vairagya. When this chitta is made tanutam prayate. Tanu, thinned. Vasana mein nikalo, chitta's nature of chanchalata is also subdued. And what is that which makes chitta chanchala? The objects, they are also devalued through viveka vairagya when this is done. Mune, manye, I believe that galantitani nipunameva. Nipunameva means surely, uh, without any doubt, with this expertise of viveka and tanukarana of the chitta, all these sukha dukkha dandas galanti, gal jayenge. Slowly they get melted down and removed. So, what is therefore Viveka Vairagya Adi Sadhana by which Chitta is Tanukruta? Then from the Chitta emerging, the Sukha Dukkha Dandva are dissolved. Then Atita of all of that, and one Paramatma can be discovered. The one Paramatma topic has not yet come. We are adding every time. So again I will chant this shloka, easy to catch. Chittat imani sukha dukkha shatani nunam abhyagatani. Nunam means indeed. Abhyagatani is emerging out. Chittat from the chitta only. Sukha dukkha shatani, the sequence of unending sukha dukkha. Example, agavarat iva kananani. Just like the forest emerged out of the Agavara mountain. Tasmin vivekatah tanutam prayate. Through vivekadi sadhanas, when that chitta is made tanukruta, what will happen? Manye mune, I believe muni, ki nipunameva galanti tani. All these pairs of opposite slowly get dissolved. Again, both ways. When you give value to chitta, it goes on projecting dandvas. When you value the dandvas, it strengthens the chitta. So through the Viveka Vairagya, chitta is to be quietened. Through again same Viveka Vairagya, the Dvandvas also have to be devalued. All of them can relatively happen when we focus on the truth. When we have highest goal of Paramatma, when we know for that these are all obstructions, when we understand action, they have to be eliminated, then all these sadhanas of Viveka Vairagya, we will definitely do and we achieve the result of it. Yoga. Now the last shloka, he again concludes with saying कि why he is in this situation. ये आज थोड़ा आज थोड़ा ही करेंगे, थोड़ा होगा कल, कल फिर नया चैप्टर भी शुरू होगा. Not today. He says सकल गुण जयाशाह, with the asha of conquering all sadgunas. Sadguna means sattva positive gunas, jnanadi, bhaktiadi, even moksha. They are all called sakala gunas. Jaya, to be victorious of that asha. Those who have got the desire, yatra baddha mahadbihi, by great Mahatmas, wanting to conquer all their spiritual sadhanas, tied down this chitta. Because chitta was the virulent, powerful thing which was not making them succeed in the asha of sakala guna jaya. सो सकल गुणों का जय करने की आशा को पूर्ण करने के लिए जहां महामहानुभाव लोग जिस चित्त का बंधन कर दिया, टाई डाउन कर दिया, निरोध कर दिए, निरोध मीन्स बंधन आल्सो. ओके, तम अरिम, दैट शत्रु चित्त इह हियर इन माय लाइफ विजेतुम Chittam abhyutitoham. I have taken this commitment of conquering this chitta. I am in that mood now. And I know how it is achieved. One of the biggest and important most sadhana is Vigata Ratitaya. You know, Vigata Rati means with total virati, that is Vairagya. Therefore, na Abhinandami Lakshmim Jada Malina Vilasam Megha Lekham Iva Induhu. Like Chandamama wants to see the world, appear for the world, bless the world. He will not like that Megha Lekha covering it. In the same way, I am like Chandamama, don't like that Malina Chitta. But the people who have the Malina Chitta, they are interested in Lakshmi and Virat. They are in the interest of the Rati, the Bhoga of the world. So people want money, power and Bhoga because their Chitta is Malina and they are not wanting to reach the highest. मैं तो उस परमात्मा को पाना है, इसलिए मुझे चित्त को जीतना है और चित्त बनता ही पावरफुल because of its involvement in the rati. Therefore, I am rejecting all the money, wealth, power, position that they want to give me along with all bhog. Because भोग से ही चित्त वो प्रबल हो जाता है ना. तो I mean different mission. Like the young women folk. उनको बहुत खाना खिलाओ आप और मिठाइयाँ वगैरह वगैरह. जैसे हम नहीं खाएंगे बस. कुछ भी करो दे आर व्हाई दे वांट टू मेंटेन स्लिम ट्रिम फिगर दे कैलकुलेट इतना चॉकलेट पीस दिया हाँ ये तो 12 कैलोरी का है दे डोंट ईट है कि नहीं once they reach a age of 30-40 दो चार बच्चे हो गए they don't care then become hidimbi and all that is different as a hidimbi was very slim and all no, Bhima's wife. But they won't take even all sports persons in वाले ओ क्योंकि मेरा लक्ष्य एक है अब उसके खिलाफ वाले कैसे करूं मैं my लक्ष्य is to do the nirodha of the chitta and these indulgence in the lakshmi or in the power or in the bhoga will spoil the chitta only then how can I go for it now you are in front of you I'm telling I could tell them because they're all bhogis they're involved in that they'll not understand what I am doing why I am doing all this oh guru I am putting in front of you. Therefore, Rama's rejecting all the bhogas, everything is for his this sadhana for tam arim iha vijetum to conquer this enemy called as chitta. Why? Because there only sakala guna jaya asha. Yeah, sakala guna means higher spiritual evolutions. That asha, the desire can be fulfilled because the enemy for that is the chitta. When that is controlled, this is achieved. That's why I said very powerful shloka. So 2-3 more thoughts regarding it. We will see it tomorrow. Then we take up the Parayana of the next Sarga and start studying it. Chinta, Kamana and Trishna विगरण करने वाला बड़ा चैप्टर है वो इसमें 27 है तो उसमें 53 डबल इट इज तो वी मे टेक 4-5 days doesn't matter ओम इत्यार्षे वासिष्ठ महारामायणे वाल्मीकिये वैराग्य प्रकरणे चित्त दौरात्म्यम नाम षोडश सर्गः very quickly only we did 6 days only it took for us om purnamadah purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमर्षिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमाते ब्रह्मा बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय जननी नारायण हरि ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतो यमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुमाने ओम दाशरथाय विद्महे सीतावल्लभाय तन्नो राम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो मंगलं गुरुदेवाय आप ब्रह्मलोकाधीरिमेव बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय बोल श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वामदेव वेद व्यास भारद्वाजादि समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या महर्षि भगवान की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। समस्त ऋषि गुरु देवता गण की जय। सदगुरुदेव भगवान की जय। समस्त श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास शास्त्र की जय। आज की आनंद की जय। नम पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर। सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद। जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय राम राम। अम्बे अम्बे आदिपराशक्ति माता की जय। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक गण की जय। भारत माता की जय। सनातन धर्म की जय। वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय। आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय। शुभम. Without understanding all these things, setting them right, any sadhana, bhakti, and Vedanta cannot be properly done. It will be mixed up with all this non-positive, then neither doing gives maja nor achievement is possible. Therefore, in the first portion only, this Vairagya Prakarana is put in this great text. Like in Gita Adi also, it was put in the form of Arjuna's Viveka Vairagya. Even in Parikshit case also, it is put in the form of his own Vairagya. In every of these Shrutis Purana, before the Upanishad Vedanta taught, we'll see that particular sadhaka is in the Viveka Vairagya sthiti. Because of some personal thinking or problems, anything, reason कुछ भी हो, विवेक खुलना है, वैराग्य होना है, true Vairagya, then only the Paramatma giving spiritual sadhanas can be effectively done for the success. That is why the importance of this study and this particular chapter. Thank you, friends. Okay, come in 3 minutes.